Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Professional Ethics. In the last video, I have given the introduction to the 7 lamps of advocacy. Today, we are going to discuss the first lamp, that is industry. So, there is no other substitute for industry. Of course, you have to have a little bit of luck. So, advocacy is not a part-time job. It's a 24/7 job. If an advocate is a professional, you must be regular, you must be thorough with the latest updates in the law. That is important. Therefore, an advocate must work hard. This is very important. His job is very industrious. The profession is very hard. You have to have the so-called hard working style. So, therefore, with the industry, if the advocate is of industrious, with the advocacy of industry, it brings fortune to the clients, fortune to the society, and lastly to the advocate. That's why yesterday, Minister for Law, Central Minister for Law, Sri Kiran Rijiju, he stated that, of course, in a other sense, he has stated that the advocates are collecting 30 to 40 lakhs per day and the cases are going to them only. There are certain advocates who are not getting even the briefs. So that means because of their hard work, because of their industry, they are able to get such cases. So anyway, only by industry, good name and fame can be achieved by an advocate. It is often said, an advocate is jack of all but master of none. Of course, not advocates. So many people, there will be so many people in the society who are jack of all trades but master of nothing. So, of course, he may not be perfect in every field, but he must be perfect in the legal knowledge, particularly the legal subjects. Otherwise, besides legal knowledge, he is forced to acquire the other sciences, or he will be interacting with different types of people also. He may be knowing. For example, so there is a murder case, the question of post-mortem examination will come and you have to cross-examine the doctor. So if you don't know what is a lacerated injury, what is an abrasion, what is an incisor injury, so what is, suppose there are different types of injuries, so if you do not know them, if you do not know the forensic medicine, then it is very difficult for you. You must be industrious. You must react with the so-called medical professionals and you must get some information. Sometimes, even for police officers also, it is difficult to understand the post-mortem certificate. Therefore, they have to go to some other doctor, senior doctor, and get their. Likewise, you can contact some senior doctor whenever the cross-examination has to be done. Refer to Modi's medical jurisprudence. Then you can cross-examine the doctor. Otherwise, so therefore, you will be coming across so many other subjects. You must be industrious. You don't study. You say that I am only criminal lawyer. I don't want to study the so-called medical jurisprudence. Then what happens? You will become a failure. That's all. So you must be industrious. You must be a perfect man in legal knowledge. Besides that, so he must have acquaintance with the other sciences. And all matters concerned to a man. You may be having to go to the arbitration, you may be having to the industry tribunal, labor tribunal, then revenue courts, that so-called Essential Commodities Act courts. So many different types of courts are there. You must be thorough. That means you must be industrious. You must be knowing. And in this connection, I want to tell you, you must know, you might have already known the doctrine of prospective overruling. For example, if there is a case under section 9 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, if you cite the case of Sartha versus Venkatasubbaya, will the court accept? They will say, Baba, this is already overruled by Sajaroj Rani case. Is it not? So you must know what is an overruled judgment, what is a repealed law. So suppose if you want to argue on behalf of your client under section 66A of the Information Technology Act, will the court agree? They will say, Baba, in the famous case of Shreya Singhal versus Union of India in 2014 itself, Justice Shalmeshwar Johington Nariman, they stated the KT 66A is unconstitutional. How do you know all these things? Because of industry. Because if you are studying the legal subject daily. So to acquire up-to-date day-to-day legal knowledge and also skill, advocate must refer to legal journals like All India Reporter, Criminal Law Journal, ALD, ALT. Then presently in the so-called your computers, Live Law, Bar and Bench, LII. So many things will be there. At least you have to be thorough with them. Subscribe one thing that will be useful for you. Right? He should read and computerize the matters in his brain. Of course, computers are there, but you have to computerize the same in his brain. So he must be equipped with the precedents, the ratio decidendi, the stare decisions. Of course, stare decisions will be useful for the judges, but anyway, he must be having knowledge in all these things. Then only it will be acquired only through industry. For this, Lord Eldon, a famous jurisprudence, he said, the advocate must work like a horse and live like a hermit. He must work like a horse. So that's why whenever the engines are there, what is the horsepower of an engine? Likewise, we are becoming. So horse is very industrious. Therefore, we are calling. You must work like a horse at the same time. Live like a hermit, like a sage, like a sage, Rishi Pungavalaga unnarantaru. But anyway, it's for you whether to live like a sage. I don't want to say that you must live all these habits. It's not correct. But anyway, you must. It is only a suggestion. That's all. So advocacy is an intellectual profession. Intelligence and knowledge, they don't come on one day. It should be developed gradually by hard work, and your attitude should be there. You must have the so-called strenuous efforts to achieve this. He has to renunciate some of his personal likes, personal interests, all these things. So to conclude, please remember, you must have 3 attitudes, 3 skills, that is called KAS, K-A-S. K stands for knowledge, A stands for attitude. So unless you have attitude, it's very difficult to learn things. And S is skill, you must be skilled. So unless you are skilled, the skill comes only through the so-called industry. So therefore, to conclude, I want to tell you, industry is necessary in the legal profession. And nobody can become a master of law. Please remember this. You can write this also. Nobody can become a master of law because law is like an ocean. So therefore, the lawyer should be industrious. The lawyer should possess the 3 qualities of KAS. If that is there, definitely this lamp will be lightened with you. So with this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.